Over the last 15 years, I've worked on films, commercials, and music videos on a global scale. I've lived in 9 cities across 3 continents. My work has been featured on prominent film festivals and platforms like Netflix and Amazon. I've been awarded a visa purely based off my work as an artist, not once but twice. And yet, the other day, my own brother asked me what exactly I do, and it hit me hard. So today I'm going to be talking about the 3 mistakes I made when it comes to personal branding and how I am trying to fix it now. And hopefully you guys can take something out of this. Hello world, it is me again. Today I'm going to be talking about something a bit more broader, and I hope the future videos will be a little bit more broader like this that you guys can take a bit more out of, or just listen to how I've messed up in my life. I don't know, but whatever you're here for, thank you for being here. Today's topic, I think the 3 things that I want to talk about that I personally feel I could have fixed. I guess I'm not regretting, but I'm fixing right now. But anyway, so 3 things. The first thing is not having a clear identity for my brand. What I mean by this is, for years I worked on several different projects. Like I said, music videos, commercials, feature films, documentaries, content, just a bunch of different things. And then when I tried to build my own community on Instagram, for example, I try to be very specific. I try to emulate these guys that I saw, like top-notch cinematographers, and I didn't understand hashtagging. I didn't understand the mainstream market. So I kind of reached this point where I said, hey, I don't belong to any niche, so I don't think I'll ever build an audience, and it's okay because my work speaks for itself. I own all this cool stuff, and I've done, a bunch of cool projects over my life. And so there's no way I'm bound to fail with this kind of a on paper portfolio, a resume or whatever it is. But that was the biggest mistake for me personally, because I feel like what I did not realize was that itself was a niche. What we call videographers today, or content creators today, or multi-passionate creative professionals, creative directors, technical directors. There's so many different titles today because technology has become simpler. Anyone with an iPhone, anyone with an iPad, laptop can be on YouTube, can be making movies, can be doing what they want. And that's the truth. So I could have been thinking of it that way, but I wasn't. Because the rest of the world wasn't promoting themselves that way. So that was the very first mistake that I think I made, because I could have opened up so many more opportunities and doors and connections if I had simply embraced the fact that I don't fit into a bubble, but that means I actually have several markets that I can try and tap into. Um, yeah. So is number two is basically the fact that I wasn't confident enough. I've spoken about this a few different times, but the first things first is I always struggled with a level of confidence in myself in the work that I do, and very often the work that I did was kind of a validation that I needed. So the quality of output, the level of creativity was often needed for me to feel like I accomplished something, and not just because I enjoyed myself. Of course, don't get me wrong, I enjoyed doing a lot of what I did, but it was more about the validation than it was about my true expression. And so that really spilled into my social media and everything else. So, I didn't believe that people wanted to know what I wanted to say, because I really didn't know if I could even say what I wanted to say. The favorite story that I go back to for all of this one is my second film, Cactus Flower. I don't know if I've talked about that one before, but it was me and 2 actors, and we drove to Vegas. I ended up being the DP because my buddy Cody couldn't make it, and I ended up editing it also. So we went out with 5-page scriptment and ended up with a 70-minute completely improvised film that I shot, directed, and edited. But I shut down about it because I felt embarrassed. I felt like I didn't fit into a niche. How could I be a blasphemy that does multiple things, and all these limiting beliefs that came from the industry, not just Hollywood. I think that's the case in most parts of the world, but I think those limiting beliefs kind of stopped me from trying to actually be happy and proud of what I did. And it roots back to also like I said, my own self confidence and self doubt. But that would have been a great opportunity for me to have started promoting and rebranding myself about 3 years ago as a person who is resilient, who is versatile, and in just doesn't give up on a project or an idea, because that's literally what happened. On day one, my DP couldn't make it. Thought he would make it on day two, couldn't. Thought he couldn't, and then I just decided, okay, this is it. It's just me. So these stories. I'm not saying these to be arrogant or sound like I'm better than anyone else, but these were things that I wish I talked more about when I could have. I wish I had known that these are stories that could help someone else do something that they are afraid or unsure of. And so I could have built an audience during that time, and I didn't. Again, I don't regret anything, but now I'm trying to start making a story with everything that I can make a story out of. And then number three. Number three. This is really, I think, I know a few people. I'm not going to talk for everyone in general, but personally, I felt like self promotion and self plugs were kind of desperate or not my brand, and I was too big for it or whatever else. It's a great story in 2020, before I moved to LA, right during the pandemic. I worked on a series of music videos in New York, and this director had come down from LA, and for like a week we shot with maybe like 10, 15 different artists. And the last day we finished shooting, the director goes around, hands his phone to every single person, asks them for their Instagram, follows them, and I look at him going, oh, so desperate, I'm not gonna do that, or whatever it was. But in that scenario, the real loser, I think, was me. um, Again, no regrets, but I do feel like that was a missed opportunity for possible collaborations, a missed opportunity for a possible audience to what I'm doing today, a missed opportunity to just open doors with 10 other people in my life and maybe build a community faster than I've been trying to right now. So these were the three big mistakes I wanted to kind of point out. And, if you've been watching what I'm talking about, you know that I am still kind of in the process of building this community. I'm in the process of building my new brand and rebranding and essentially redoing a lot of what I'm doing. But I have a certain clarity and I have a certain set of answers and products ready to go anytime I meet people these days. So what do I mean by that? Pretty simple. To create a Kaleidoscope, which we're talking to you guys about. I just updated the website. You can check out the link below. You can sign up on it. I do one-on-one calls as well now, completely coaching or consulting on various creative projects, various aspects of content and creative professional, I guess. I'm sorry, I'm kind of losing my words there. But essentially, I am doing one-on-ones as well now. Besides actually creating content for other people, content for myself, and building these AI apps that I've been talking about. Now, outside of that, I also have a very active YouTube. I have become more active on my Instagram. I'm trying to get my LinkedIn more active, and I am now ready to go. When I meet someone, they ask me for a social, I'm like, boom, here you go. Often than not, there's at least one video, one reel, one story of mine that you can see and get a clue of what exactly I'm doing or who exactly I am. And that's the brand that I'm building. That's a brand I could have been building. And that's a brand that is going to carry me no matter what I'm doing. It's not the filmmaking, it's not the camera, it's not the years of making digital content, it's not any of that stuff, it's not where I am. It's really my journey. That is the brand that makes me and the stories that I tell unique to my personal experience in life. And this is what I've been talking about a couple of different times. If you guys are professionals in your own fields, not necessarily creative, you could be a doctor, you could be a lawyer, you could be I don't know, man. You could be having a coffee shop, you could be running a store down the road. I don't know. But whatever it is, if you are running something that relies on who you are, then you should be building a brand online as well. I am not trying to preach, I'm just telling you, I would recommend it. But, the point is, we are in a time where we are our own brands. Things change faster than you can expect. It doesn't matter what equipment you have. You could be a filmmaker with $100,000 camera. You could be a restaurant here with imported Wagyu beef. You could be, I don't know, man. You could be anything with the best of the best quality of anything available to you. And there is still no guarantee that you are going to make it, or you're going to get the clients you need, or you're going to make the bills every month. Because in a world that's getting more and more saturated in terms of the work we do and the online presence we have, the truth is people want trust. People want familiarity. People want comfort. And people want to know what they're buying before they buy it, because the options are many. This is not to put anyone down. This is not to make anyone feel uncomfortable if you're not doing it. It's a step by step process. That's why I always recommend therapy, and I recommend coaching, group one on ones. I recommend courses, just whatever you can to expand that horizon, because you're no longer in that one dimensional world that we used to be, where you just have a certain skill set and you make money for the rest of your life with that one skill set. A lot of those skill sets are being eliminated completely. Not like the AI is taking over, but it's just making it so much easier that we don't need redundancy. As humans, we always move towards efficiency, and AI can do it faster than us. I'm sorry, but anyway, not here to piss anyone off, not here to upset anyone's sentiments. These are conversations that we can have for later. But yeah, if there's one thing I can tell you, it's not too late. Please start building your brand. There's always a story you can tell. There's always an audience you can find. There's always something authentic and unique to you and the product or service that you're trying to sell. If that's something that resonates with you and you think I'm someone you'd like to speak to, again, you can go to the link below. You can drop me a comment, or you could find my Instagram at Proctor. The link's below as well, and let me know. And I will be happy to set up a call and see if I can help you in any way. That's kind of part of the final aspect of the Creator Kaleidoscope that I haven't talked about. It is the integration of AI tools, the psychology and storytelling aspects of my coaching. And right in the middle is my 15-year experience as a filmmaker and content creator and technical and creative director. So anyway, these are all the various things. You can look at the link for the rest of it. If you don't want to, it's fine. Feel free to comment about anything else you want to. I'd love to hear from you guys. I always enjoy seeing you guys. Whatever you say, whatever you do, please like and share if you want to. It does help me out to get more in the algorithm and find more of the right people who I could possibly benefit, or who could benefit from listening to me. If you don't want to do anything, it's fine. I'm not here to force anyone to do anything. I'm just here to be me. And, yeah, please, all of you as well. I hope we can all just be honest and authentic to who we are. Be happy, be creative, be kind. We're all here together. As I said the last couple of times, we are all part of this. I guess I forgot. Oh my God, no. We're all part of this motherboard chip thing. Oh man, I forgot my motherboard. That's so bad. But anyway, there you go. This is bad branding in action, so don't do that. I guess write it down next time maybe. But anyway, see you guys. I will see you guys. Thank you so much. I appreciate and love all of you and everything that you guys do. And thank you so much. And I hope to see you again tomorrow. It's something more fun. Thank you.